Good evening, Eagles fans. This is the HPL postgame show. Today, Nate and I are going to break down what happened in today's game and also look around the NFL and see what happened.
Oh yeah.
So today, what exactly happened? I mean, this was not a great game from the start. I mean, you look at first play of the game is a 75-yard touchdown pass. What was going on?
Dude, as soon as I saw that, I was sick to my stomach.
Yeah, so was I.
Oh, I couldn't. The Fitzmagic is like, I thought it was just a meme at first, but it's real. It's real and alive. But watch, next week he'll be trash.
Yeah,
He's not consistent at all. He's gonna be trash next week.
Yeah, so get into the recap here. Obviously, first play, 75-yard touchdown. Next scoring happens then later on where the Eagles actually tie the game. It's a run. What was it?
I think
It was it was a 15-yard rush.
Yeah.
Corey Clement ties the game. And so there you're thinking, okay, the Eagles, they always take a little bit of time to get going.
Especially with backup quarterback.
Well, I don't know if he's a backup anymore.
He's a backup quarterback.
Well,
you saw that today.
Yeah, but through the first game and then this game, took them a little time to get going. So there I'm thinking, all right, we're good. This is the Buccaneers. Like, they're not going to do anything. And then they come back and score one play, 75-yard touchdown again. This time to O.J. Howard.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, as a defense, you can't allow that. That's unacceptable. So there, it's 14-7. Next, it's an 8-yard touchdown pass from Ryan Fitzpatrick to Chris Godwin. Yeah. Also in the second quarter, Catanzaro actually missed the field goal, the extra point, so it was only 20-7. And that's the way it would go into at the break. 27 game. The Eagles were still in it. They actually miss a field goal at the end of the first half, which leads me to another point. Jake Elliott. I don't know. I don't know with him.
See, last year you could see it all the time. He always misses one a game, and then he's money. I don't understand why. It's like the adjustment period.
So, that's the half. And then the second half starts out. Buccaneers. Touchdown, 27-7. And that's from Ryan Fitzpatrick to Mike Evans. There, I thought it was over. I did not see the Eagles coming back. That kind of, I mean, there was a lot of time left in the third quarter too.
Yeah, there was.
But I just didn't see how they could put together a comeback there. But that's all the Buccaneers would score. The Eagles get a touchdown later. J.J. 2-yard rush. That was in the third quarter as well. And I thought that maybe, there it's only a 13-point game. So with a whole quarter left, I thought it was definitely possible. And then obviously Mike Evans fumbles and gives the Eagles the ball back, where if he doesn't fumble, I don't think there's ever a chance for the Eagles, because they probably go down and get a field goal at least, maybe even a touchdown. So it probably would have been over, but it gave the Eagles life. And then they score a touchdown late in the fourth quarter. Now, Nick Foles, that was his best pass of the day. That was a crazy pass.
That was insane.
On 4th and goal to Nelson Aguilar to put them down 6 at 27-21. And that would be the end of the game. That would be the final score. The Eagles actually got the ball back with 19 seconds left, and Nick Foles threw a pass right down the middle of the field.
That really, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, it's over. And then the last play of the game, you do the lateral. Why would you ever do the lateral? That never works.
Well, I don't think Foles could throw it 80 yards in the first place.
Couldn't. I knew it was going to be a screen, or they was going to chuck it. It didn't really matter.
Yeah, the options there, not too great. So, Eagles obviously dropped to 1-1. And the Buccaneers improved to 2-0. And that puts them in first in the NFC South. I don't think a lot of people saw that coming. I know it's still early, but do you think the Buccaneers can actually, sustain this and
No,
maybe even make the playoffs?
no. Like the last 2 weeks, yeah, they've been pretty impressive, but I think it's more of just mistakes from the other teams that have kind of gotten the Eagles. They didn't
Made a
learn
lot.
from any of their mistakes. The first play of the game, they only played one safety back there, and he just couldn't keep up.
Malcolm Jenkins
Yeah.
bit. I mean,
Yeah, he did bite.
came out.
And they did the same thing on the O.J. Howard thing. Like, if you don't
Yep.
learn, you're just going to lose. It's just that simple.
All right, so let's take a look at some stats here. Here are the Eagle stats. Nick Foles, 35 of 48, 334 yards, and 1 touchdown. He played all right,
He played
but
fine, to be honest. It was everyone else that kind of...
passer rating of 98.8. That's not bad. That's pretty good, actually. You look at the run game, there was pretty much nothing there. Corey Clement, 6 carries for 30 yards. Smallwood, 7 for 28. Ajayi, 7 for 23. Ajayi got hurt early on, and he had one run of 20 yards. So he had that one good run, and I think he also had another good run, but he also had some negative runs, which pushed his total down. But Ajayi did not look that great today.
No, he did get hurt, but we all know he's kind of fragile. And,
right.
Yeah, he's just not the power back that really everyone expects him to be.
Mm-hmm. And then on receiving, here's a stat that kind of surprised me. Zach Ertz, 11 receptions for 94 yards.
Yeah, it was all that.
It seemed like he wasn't involved that often early on.
No.
Like, that's a quiet 11 receptions for 94.
He had that one big catch that really got him a lot of yards.
Yeah, 34 yards. Nelson Aguilar, I think, had the best game overall. 8 receptions for 88 yards and a touchdown. Great catch there at the end. And a 50-yard reception as well.
Mm.
He's looking like he could be a number 1 wide receiver in this league for years to come.
Mm.
I think, in my opinion.
Definitely.
And then the other guys, Joshua Perkins, I've never heard of him before today.
He's a 4th-string tight end.
Yet they have him out there playing receiver.
I mean, it's better than Kamar Aiken or
who also
DeAndre
played
Carter. Yeah.
5 receptions for 39 yards. I like DeAndre Carter. He did not play at all, though, today.
Yeah.
Jordan Hicks onto the defense had 9 tackles and 6 solo tackles. He also had a fumble recovery, so a pretty good game from Jordan Hicks, although he was kind of quiet early on. Nigel Bradham, I think he put together he had a sack, but it was also another quiet day for him. I think Fletcher Cox played very well. He had one sack in the first half where he just pushed the Bucs offensive lineman away and sacked the quarterback. So that was a great game for him. But as a team, they just couldn't get anything going.
No.
As an offense, they couldn't move the ball, especially in the first half, and then they kind of started to wake up in the fourth quarter, but it was just too little, too late. Also, Cameron Johnston.
Oh, his punts were
he's great.
He's getting
there were some questions about him in the preseason and stuff, but he's looking pretty good.
He's having 60-yard punts easy.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
So, looking at what's next, the Eagles will return home next week to play the Colts, and there's a report that Carson Wentz is on track to start that game. I think you have to. I mean, after today, I think he needs to start that game.
Yeah, it's definitely scary. I mean, do you want to risk his
Here's the thing, though. If he's medically cleared,
well, yeah, then you have to play him.
If you wait another 5 weeks and don't play him, there's the same odds of him getting hurt as if you play him tomorrow. It's the same odds. If he's medically cleared, nothing's going to change.
I suppose.
So, because they're not going to put him in there if he's not ready. Yeah. And he's still, so... They'll hopefully win next week. Tonight the Cowboys and Giants play. If you want to start looking at the division and seeing who's leading, Redskins lost today. No, that's not really a concern as of right now. It's week 2, but you definitely want to win next week against a Colts team that beat the Redskins today, which I thought was kind of a surprise. I didn't see that happening.
Yeah. It's Andrew Luck. You didn't know what you were going to get with him.
Yeah. Did he play well? I didn't see the...
From what I saw some highlights of the game. He looked all right.
All right. So, yeah. Around what else happened around the NFL today?
The big thing that happened today, well, a couple big things. Pat Mahomes absolutely lighting it up. 6 touchdowns, beating the Steelers 42-37. Wow.
That's crazy. You know,
I like him a lot.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks really good. Definitely. I don't know if the Chiefs kind of regretting holding him out last year, or do you think that helped him?
I think it helped him. I think Alex Smith is going to be a big help. Learn the offense, learn the players. And now he's showing what he learned.
All right. What else?
Another big thing, we have the Vikings and Packers actually tying.
A tie.
Yeah, 29-29 in overtime.
Another tie.
Yeah. And there's a lot of missed field goals at the end there. A lot of missed field goals this week.
Yeah, that's something. Dan Bailey. Who wants him? Who wants him?
The Browns are going to get him, probably.
Browns?
Because the Browns, they lost with their kicker today.
To the Saints, 21-18.
Yeah, they should have won.
He missed two there. Mm. One to take the lead on an extra point, and one to tie it at the end. That's crazy. So other than that, I mean, the Falcons beat the Panthers 31-24. So they get back to 1-1, and then the Panthers fall to 1-1. And then Sunday Night Football tonight, Giants, Cowboys, and tomorrow night is the Seahawks at the Bears, 2 0-1 teams trying to get back to 500. So, any overall thoughts on this week and the future of this season and what to look forward to?
I mean, the Browns, they really should be 2-0, to be completely honest. If it weren't for their silly mistakes, they could be 2-0. Probably, they're the biggest surprise to me so far. Maybe like Pat Mahomes. He's definitely a close second, but the Browns are actually, despite their record 0-1, they look decent for once.
Yeah, they actually look pretty good. And I like that Tyrod Taylor's playing. I mean, Baker could play. I don't know.
Baker should be playing. It's his team.
Yes, but they went out and they signed Tyrod Taylor, and so you're not just gonna. I don't think you're gonna sit him.
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, you could, but he's playing well enough.
Yeah, I suppose
that you keep him. You keep him in.
Yeah, I guess.
So the Eagles, they'll play next week against the Colts, and we'll see if they can bounce back. So that will be it for today's post-game show. HPL post-game show. A disappointing week 2.
Very.
But the Eagles lost last week in week 2. And they went on to win the Super Bowl, which I don't think means anything. But,
no,
I mean, for those of you who think it means anything, then maybe they'll repeat again. So that'll be it for today's show. And we'll see you again next week.